Back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be showing these Bee Balm Monada Diama hardy perennial. It says here, let's just read these. Sorry about the rain, folks. It's distinctive spiky blooms with mint-scented foliage, perfect border flowers, thrive in damp sites. Position sun or semi-shade. So in January to March, flowers June to August. Height 90 to 100 centimeters, 30 to 40 inches. So on the surface of a good free draining compost from late winter to spring. Make sure the compost is moist but not wet and still in a polythene bag until after germination, which usually takes between 10 and 30 days at 20 to 25 Celsius, 70 to 75 Fahrenheit. Reducing the soil temperature at night aids germination. Transplant when large enough to handle into 7.5 centimeter pots. Later plant out to 30 centimeter pot into a rich, moist yet well drained soil. Cook back hard in the autumn. That's what we've got to look at there. Just get a bit better picture. The bees, I suppose, absolutely love this, so can't wait to get it growing in my garden. First of all, I'm using these half trays, which are great because I want to sow as many flowers as I can this year, and vegetables, things like that. I'm using these half trays at the moment. I'm going to split these in half, so the quarter of a tray basically, and I'm going to have two types of seed in each half tray. This is, because I've run out of coir, coconut coir. I'm using J. Arthur Bowers peat free compost, so hopefully it works out okay. This I've been mixing 50-50, 50 coir, 50 J. Arthur's multi-purpose. That's been working fine, but like I said, I've run out of coir at the moment, so I'm going to risk it and I'm going to sow half on there. Let's get these open, shall we? Let's have a look what's inside. These are $3.99, so these are not cheap. I think I got these on offer. Not quite sure. Can't remember. But they're from these are Royal Botanical Gardens Kew, and these were purchased from Thompson and Morgan. Well, let's get these. You can just see these. There are the seeds there. I tipped this upside down, so I've probably wasted a lot of these seeds. So I put those in there, and then all that's here upside down, so I should get this. Just sweep this into my hand. So I've got as many seeds as I can on there, like so. So yeah, get the tag in there, Bee Balm. Then all I want to do then is give them a water, like so. And make sure you get the compost really damp, but not waterlogged. Just when these go into my little heater propagators, the moisture will recirculate. It will condense onto the perspex at the top, drip down until after they've germinated, at which time I shall take the tops off. That should be enough for that. And then these will go around here. I'll put them into here. Bee Balm that side, and then just go in here. These are set at 20. Just see over there. Monkey's just hiding 20 there. So hi monkey. My Paul's just hiding there. So yeah, set at 20 till after germination. At which time, when they start germinating, I have to take the lid up and open them up. So yeah, that's how to sow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So hi monkey. Hi Paul. Hi monkey. Just hiding out there. Today, I'm going to part 2. How to grow Bee Balm. This is a pollination Monadia. There's the instructions. I'll just get a bit of a close up for you. This is from the Kew collection from Thompson and Morgan. They were $3.99, so they're not cheap, these. but they're well worth it, I've been told. So distinctive spiky blooms with mint scented foliage, perfect border flower, thrives in damp conditions, hardy perennial. So on the surface of good free draining compost from late winter to spring. Make sure the compost is moist but not wet and seal in a polythene bag until after germination, which usually takes 10 to 30 days, 20 to 25 Celsius. Reducing the soil temperature at night aids germination. Transplant seedlings are large enough to handle into 7.5cm pots. Later, plant out 30cm apart into a rich, moist yet well-drained soil. Put back in autumn. So, there's a beautiful artist impression of them. They're absolutely amazing. Here we have, these are my seedlings here. So we're going to dig in here with my pen. Get nice and deep. Nice root on these. Nice root ball on these. What I'm going to do with these is, I've been in here, like so, to one side. I'm using this tray here. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perennial geraniums in there. They've been under the lights. Just getting them ready for going out. As the weather improves. So, here we go. There's 2 plants there. Divide those. Hopefully without damaging one or the other. Yeah, that looks good. So, once you've got them picked apart like so, get your pen. I'm using cocoa coir here, peat-free compost. First winter and spring I've really used it, and I've had really good results with it. I'm really pleased, to be quite honest. I was thinking, oh, there's nothing as good as peat, but this is not far off, you know. Cocoa coir comes in blocks, but you have to rehydrate. I've got a video on it if you want to watch that. Just shows you how to go about doing that. It seems to retain plenty of moisture without getting waterlogged. That's the thing you don't want. You want things damp, but you don't want them so damp that things stop rotting. But you just have to keep an eye on it because it can dry out quite quickly as well. So it's not the sort of thing that you can leave. But like I said, just use a pen for this. It's not rocket science. No matter how good you are at doing this, you're going to end up with killing off some plants and damaging some. It's unfortunate, but just try your best. Like anything, the more you do it, the better you are at it. Hold it with a leaf, not with the stem. And if they're really young seedlings, hold them with the 2 first leaves, not the true leaves. The true leaves are the ones that it's going to be using to feed itself once it's up and running. That's why I like to leave them a little bit longer. Get bigger plants, a lot easier to put on. Just a little bit of compost around there, cover the roots up. You see just the difference in size there. They've got 1, 2, and a little dwarf one there. Like some people wouldn't even bother with that, but I like to give them all a chance. It's come this far. I've got enough room for it. Put it on. But if I didn't have enough room, that's one of the ones that get binned, unfortunately. But I'm hoping this year I'm not going to have enough room to plant all these, so my neighbours will be getting lots of free plants if they want them. So, right, here we go. Let's get some more in. I can smell this already. Really minty. It's amazing. You won't think it'd be smelling this time of year, but it actually is. Touching the foliage is releasing the essential oils, and the greenhouse is full of minty freshness. Wow. That's a nice plant. Win the M1 there. Compost. And there. After planting these, I'll give them a good feed. And a good water. They must be ready to rock and roll then. And he's there. 2 plants there. So yeah, if you've got any questions about anything that I grow in my greenhouse or my garden, just message me and I'll try and answer any of your questions. Don't mind at all. In fact, I quite enjoy it. Keeps me busy. It's really good for your mental health, gardening. I cannot emphasise it how much. If I'm having a bad day, I come in here, I do an hour or two putting things on, sewing things, and you just forget about everything. Puts everything into perspective. Things grow and things die. In between, just enjoy the bit when you're born before you die. Let's make the most of it. So, get this one in here. Nearly done. Just got 3 more to do. So, wait a minute, I've got 3. I can do another 3 there as well, which is great. So I don't want to chuck any away if I can help it. So when they get this big, they're great because you can be a little rougher with them. You know, you're not going to damage them as much. So, 2 more here. So yeah, any questions at all, just message me and I'll get back to you ASAP. Just get another 2 here and then we should be sorted. How many is there? 4, 12. Great. Well, we've got just 1 left. Absolutely perfect. Worked out spot on that. There's 1 more. So I'll gap up. I hope it is. Yay! I think there's 2 in that pot. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's all those potted on. I'm going to do now is give them a really good water, settle them in. I'm just going to leave them on top of the bench here. There's plenty warm enough during the day. A bit cool at night. I've got my wood burning stove on at the moment, but that winds down about 12. Then we get a nice cool night. I'll leave them there. Then we'll come back to those in the morning. They should all perked up. So yeah, that's how to grow your bee balm, how to transplant part 2. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask, folks. If you like my videos, please subscribe. And as always, happy sowing, happy growing. Please subscribe and like. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.